So we're going to do a quick pick a card reading on here, just for TikTok. We will post it to our YouTube as well, but we have just pulled 3 cards. So this video is just going to be the collective message, like the general message, and then there'll be 3 different videos, so you can go to the video for the card you pick, which will be posted up after this. So yeah, the first card, or group number 1, is Ace of Water with this dolphin. The second card is Yansa or Oya, the Yoruba Orisha of wind, lightning, justice, storms. And then 4 of Pentacles, Capricorn energy. So these are the piles. Pile 1, pile 2, and pile 3. So yeah, like I said, your pile, the video will be up next, so you can go and find that, whatever card you're drawn to. But the collective message I'm getting from this is that Source and the Divine are helping us with our boundaries as well, with our stability. So this could be like our financial stability as well. I'm hearing helping us get situated. So anything that is kind of being cleared out at the moment, or anything that Source is encouraging us to release, and I'm also like clear, even within our physical space, we should really go with that. I also heard go with the flow. So Source is calling us to go with the flow at this time, as well as keeping our boundaries and like our structure and our routine. I feel like there's something here about kind of like a harmony, or a harmony between earth and water. So a harmony between what we love, like our inner child, and like filling our cup, our emotions and stuff like that, but also making sure that we're like doing the practical things. And I'm seeing Source kind of like clearing and cleansing out both sides of our lives. I just heard both avenues, whatever that means. So I guess questions that we can be asking ourselves at this time collectively is like how we can fill our cup, how we can add more play, I'm hearing, to our day-to-day. When I see the dolphin, that really reminds me of like, yeah, that really like sensitive, playful, light energy. I feel like the Divine's offering us like more opportunities to have fun, and to like lightly and freely share our emotions, what's on our heart. It doesn't seem too heavy though, it just seems quite light and playful. I don't know why I just heard the word skeptical. So some of us, Source is like removing some, or helping us cleanse and ease some of our skepticism, or I also just heard narcissism. So maybe that's something that we have to think about, like where we have potentially been acting or thinking a little bit in a narcissistic way, or where we have been a little bit skeptical when it comes to like maybe things and people as well, relationships. Yeah, I feel like I heard Source say feel free, like Source wants us to feel free to move, and so maybe this is why, especially if some of us are experiencing shifts in our connections, which is a natural thing. If we're experiencing changes within our connections, Source is saying to allow those shifts to just happen, because there's a reason for them. And I feel like, again, the Divine is getting us situated in a way in which like we can move freely but still within the boundaries that we have, if that makes sense, and also mutual respect for one another. So it's a really beneficial time for us to surrender, to release control, to open up communication with Source and the Divine. Also, yeah, to respect other people's boundaries as well. If we're not feeling like we're in a stable place, materially especially, or physically, like with our body, even sources wanting to like help us come back into a place where we're just feeling a bit more grounded and stable. Whatever that looks like for you personally. Or just like source wants us to be at our best. But some of us need to maybe release habits and things that kind of stop us from being at our best, or whatever that looks like for us individually. You know, what does your best kind of day look like and feel like in your body? And I guess that's what I'm meaning. Source, even though we are going to be keeping these boundaries, I feel like Source is saying, you know, this Four of Pentacles is a reminder not to be like too stingy with our time and energy as well, because that can be the flip side of it. So keep your boundaries, but, you know, also play. Don't forget play. There's like this harmony between like the serious Capricorn, quite precise energy, and this just more free, childlike Cancer energy. There's also Issue at the base of the deck, who is the Yoruba Orisha of the crossroads. So pathways, gateways, avenues, like I was saying, are being opened for us. I just was thinking, why is it avenues? And then Source is saying avenues are usually smaller pathways. So maybe these are just like, I'm hearing detours. So maybe we thought we might be going one way, but with another little pathway is opening up for us to get to the destination that we have been planning to get to. But again, it might just not look how we thought. I also just heard tricks of the trade. So in our crafts and our creativity and whatever skills we're accumulating and acquiring, growing, Source is helping us to gather the tricks of the trade, and to know the ins and outs of things. I heard upskilling, so if you feel like you want to upskill in something, it looks like it's a good time to do that. I feel like Source is saying not to be afraid of taking new ventures, going down new avenues, new routes, new pathways, trying new things. They're saying that like if you don't want to do something after you've tried it, like you can just remove yourself. So not to take things so seriously, like, oh my gosh, if I commit to this, I'm stuck here. Because that might be something that stops some of us from moving at all. And I feel like movement is really important here with Yansa, with the wind, you know. So yeah, we're being encouraged to approach things a little bit fearlessly, or even if we have our fears and worries and anxieties coming up, to still go down the pathways that we know are best for us. Like, even if we are even a little bit unsure, I feel like that's okay at this time. I feel like we're being led towards Ace of Fire. More creativity, more confidence, even feeling more attractive in our skin and our body, and a little bit more intimacy with ourselves and others as well. So I will leave that there, and we'll just go into the other pick a card pile videos. So again, if you chose pile number 1, that will be the next video up. Pile number 2 is Yansa, and then pile number 3 will be the third video up, 4 of Pentacles. See you there. Hey, group number 1, you chose Ace of Water for the pick a card. So yeah, I guess with these messages, I'm seeing that Source is wanting you to connect with what fills up your cup emotionally. I just heard heaviness, so you may have gone through a lot of heaviness in the past, and Source is saying now is a time for lightness, playfulness. This is Cancer energy, which I mentioned in the collective reading. So this is a lot about, yeah, your emotional body, your intuition, your inner child as well, and getting to know, I'm hearing like getting in touch with your inner child a little bit more. Maybe you want to go out and have some fun. And when I say go out, I don't mean like, it doesn't have to be like know, going out at night, or maybe that is something, but maybe you want to do things, I just heard adventure, so maybe you want to do things that spark your inner child's interest, or just that playfulness within you. We have Nanaburuku, which says the divine grandmothers, ancient wisdom and medicine, embrace, protected, respect your elders, cosmic shelter. We also have the question, what shadows are coming up for you at this time? What stories are they trying to tell you? We have your loved ones desire more intimacy with you. What ways can you spend more time, create closeness, and ignite passion together? I also heard the word bonds here. And puriri, which is a native like evergreen tree here, and it has these really beautiful pink flowers. Beauty, strength, ceremony, childlike wonder, joy, intimacy, excitement, laughter, open-hearted embrace, hope, play. There we go. That's the puriri card. Okay. You in particular might have ancestrally, you might have like a grandmother or a mother or that kind of energy surrounding you at this time. But it is giving with this card cosmic, like higher forces of creation wanting to bring you some protection and also some embrace and some playfulness. I also just heard the laughter. There's this I've forgotten the saying, but there's this like proverb, or I don't know if it's a proverb actually, like saying associated with puriri trees that has to do with laughter. And I was literally hearing cackling, but like a grandmother cackling, or that kind of like energy. So I feel like your ancestors in particular are wanting to bring you more laughter and like, yeah, play, lightness, pleasure into your day-to-day, in intimacy with them, and in intimacy and exchange with others around you. There could be something here to do with children, because the dolphin makes me think of children as well. So you might be called to spend more time with children, or your children, or yeah, other people's, just to spark that joy I'm hearing, and to spark, again, I'm hearing like sparking your interest. So you may have been bored with where you're at in the past. There could also be some things, or just being a little bit too serious with a card like what shadows are coming up for you at this time, what stories are they trying to tell you. Some of you might be healing your inner child and like childhood wounds as well. So again, coming into a lighter place. If you have been healing in that regard, like reflecting on maybe why there could be blocks. I'm hearing blocks in intimacy. So why you might struggle to connect with others, or even connect a bit deeper to yourself and that playful energy in yourself. Like maybe even being too serious at times, or forgetting to laugh, forgetting to smile. So maybe that's something that you can incorporate into your day-to-day, is like, what can I bring into my day-to-day that's going to bring me joy? It could be something you watch, something that you wear, something that you read. You know, I heard comedy, so that might be something. What messages do you have? Now, also mindful for group number 1. We have this card that I just made the other day, which says messages, cosmic communication, sound whispers, activation of DNA and energetic bodies, frequency, unraveling, reset, rewiring, release, vibrating, signs, third eye, throat, nervous system. When I drew this, I was imagining like through frequency, through sound, being activated, like our body, not just our physical body, but like our energetic bodies, our astral bodies, and astral body, and all the other bodies that we have. And so maybe you'll want to listen to music, or even podcasts. I'm hearing frequencies that activate that playful energy, or just lightness, even like heart. heart healing frequencies or music that heals your heart or makes your heart feel good, and also things that can help with your nervous system. I'm also seeing like plant medicine, so you might want to like rub something on your belly, like if it's an oil, if it's a balm. Yeah, but I feel like the divine definitely has messages for you. You might also be an astral traveler. There's travel here. You might be someone that is able to see, feel things. I'm getting clairvoyance. I'm forgetting which exact thing that means. I'm actually going to look it up real quickly. Okay, yeah, it says the supposed facility of perceiving things or events in the future or beyond normal sensory contact. And I think that that's what's standing out to me the most, is beyond normal sensory contact. Something about your sensory perception. Yeah, it says extrasensory perception. So that might be like a spiritual gift that you'll have, is that your ancestors and the divine speak to you through your sensory perception. So how you perceive things through your senses. So smell, taste, touch. Could even be like literally like this, being like their body is kind of vibrating. You might be someone that gets like shivers when you feel a certain energy, or you might smell things when you enter into a certain energy, you know, kind of like that. Also you might astral travel like in your dream state and stuff. So you might get a lot of messages in your dreams or when you're asleep. I'm seeing that your ancestors and source kind of download messages to you, or also reset your body. So before you go to rest, call on your divine ancestors and source to like maybe help you navigate that dream realm, if that's something that you feel comfortable doing. It says a new opportunity of wealth is heading your way. So yeah, be open to receiving windfall, harvest is coming, level up, be ready. So yeah, I feel like your ancestors are also just preparing you to receive something new. Like Ace of Cups is receiving an emotional, or something that's tied to your emotional world or experiences that's pretty much going to make you happy. And I see them, yeah, I guess preparing you for that, but you do need to look at some things that are hidden within your depths, within your emotions, and bring them to light. So if there is anything of that sort, don't like push it down, because in the end I feel like it's just going to make you happy to deal with anything that you need to. We have Oshomadi, who is the Yoruba Orisha divinity of wealth, of fortune. They are genderless as well. I feel like this again represents communication from source. Like Oshomadi is supposed to be like a communicator between like the Most High and then those on earth, if that makes sense. So I'm kind of seeing that for you, and this might come through your intellect as well, what you're studying and learning. And I feel like there's a lot of wealth in what you are, I just said researching, or learning at this time in this phase of your life. And I feel like whatever you're grasping is going to bring you a lot of joy and a lot of peace. Group number 2, for this pick a card, you chose Yansa or Oya, the Yoruba Orisha of the wind, lightning, storms, tornadoes, pretty relentless shifts. So for y'all, this card is really encouraging. I'm hearing adapting to change and like moving with the currents, even the tides. Yeah, surrendering. At this point in time, it's important for you all to surrender to the different changes that are happening around you and within you. I'm looking at the color pink that she's wearing. I'm seeing that maybe that might be something for you all. Like you all might need to bring more pinks into your space, into what you wear, whatever it is. Or it could just be like accessing that softness. And I'm hearing softness as a strength. So source and your ancestors want to remind you that softness is a strength, is your strength at this time. Oya is super powerful. And she's a fighter, she's a warrior. But I'm saying that source, or I'm seeing, sorry, that source is saying you can fight with your softness as well. And I'm hearing malleable and mutable. So malleable, that means like, I also heard subject to change. How do you even spell malleable? Malleable. Definition: easily influenced, trained, or controlled. Capable of being extended or shaped by hammering or by pressure from rollers. Okay, yeah. I'm seeing, yeah, malleable as in like being able to be formed into something else. Because of that softness. And I think certain, like, I don't know, correct me if I'm wrong, but certain like metals and stuff can be considered malleable. So there's still that strength there in the structure, but when pressure is hitting it, it's able to be shaped differently. And so I'm kind of seeing that for your, like, you'll have the strength in your form, but whatever you're going through, whatever you have been going through, any pressure that you are moving through is just shaping you into a different form. But you're still you, so don't be afraid of change or being shaped in a different way through the pressure. Yeah, I'm seeing like goldsmith, metalsmith, that kind of stuff. And because Oya usually can have a sword, so maybe some of you are jewelers or goldsmiths, blacksmiths, whatever, silversmiths. So we had this card come out, one step at a time, 1, 2, 3, 4. You are making progress, moving forward. Yeah, so your ancestors want to remind you that you are progressing. Even amidst any like chaos or like harsh winds as well, and uprooting, like things really being ripped out of your life. Yeah, and take it one step at a time. Like, don't overwhelm yourself with like your choices or your options. Like, organizing yourself as well as best you can might be helpful, just to like ground and steady yourself through the changes. Okay, what messages do you have for group number 2? We have Lakshmi. Lakshmi is a Hindu goddess of like beauty, wealth. We've written power, liberation. She's usually holding 4 lotuses, so 4 is one of her numbers. Growth, royalty, fertility, love, prosperity, knowledge, understanding self, and dharma, destiny. So you're really making steps towards like a really beautiful life, I want to see. And there's those pinks and oranges coming through with those colors, and I guess purple as well. Purple is also Oya's color too. I'm hearing like loyalty to yourself and new contracts with yourself as well are being established, and you're stepping into this place of really getting to know yourself, your power, how beautiful and wonderful you are. And the different aspects of your soul as well, I feel like, and your spirit or your heart are coming through at this time, through the things that you have gone through that maybe have been uncomfortable. I also feel to show this card, which is forgive yourself and others where you need to, activate compassion. So you might need to, as you're releasing, just forgive anyone or yourself for anything that you have gone through, or anything that any way that anyone you feel has wronged you, just to release baggage. Like, I'm not even seeing it because you need to on behalf of the other person. I'm seeing it's more about you, so you can make the next steps with a light heart and not much on you, you know. This might also be a time for you to get rid of some like items. I don't know why I heard laundry. So some of you will need to do your laundry. Or some of you need to wash some things. So this could be like physical items and clothes that you need to wash. I'm seeing someone else may have worn something that's yours. Your ancestors telling you to wash that. I also am seeing sheets, bed sheets. So if you all haven't washed your bed sheets, it's time to wash your bed sheets. If you feel like you need to release emotion as well, do so. If you need to have a cry to release things, do so. But yeah, activate compassion for yourself and for others that have hurt you, just so you can move on and move to this place of wealth and beauty with like just lightness, like, so it's not taking up unnecessary space for you. Yeah, I feel like you're also super physically attractive as well. Okay, this says, keep going. Your divine elevated ancestors want to remind you that they love you dearly. So there's some love, some hugs coming through from your divine ancestors. Yeah, just wanting to let you know how much they love you and how much they appreciate you as well. I'm seeing everything that you've been releasing and moving through and surrendering to. I feel like you're doing some really big healing on yourself within your ancestral line. I also heard whispers, so there are some things that your ancestors want to communicate to you that they particularly love about you. So maybe spending some more time with them might help with that, just in like meditation, or if you want a personal reading to delve into that, our email is up there. There was also, let me try to find it. Or was the Pombagita card, which talks about like charisma and like sensual, sexual energy. So it might be something for you. We have, what do you love about your community and what would you like to see grow? So as you're moving forward into this new season, into this new space, and there's like all this uprooting and shifting, your ancestors and source really want you to envision what you want from your like your purest intention in your heart space, and also if there's anything that you need to change and give up or bring in to this new environment that you feel like you're creating. Yeah, what would you like to nurture in this new season of your life, and how can you practically make the plans and actions to do that? We also had these two cards fall out on the floor, Asasia Queer, which is the Akan Asante tree, words for Mother Earth. So some of you need to connect to nature and ground yourself, connect to the elements. And then we also have change is positive. Embrace it. What is shifting in your life and the world around you? Why do you fear change, and why? This fell on the floor, so I feel like you're actually releasing change. You're releasing fear, of change, and allowing things to progress naturally. You might be coming into more community as well. And I'm also seeing with this, like, you're embracing the natural shifts of life and releasing stagnance and a disconnection from, like, all the elements within yourself. Yeah. Group number 3, you chose 4 of Pentacles. If you haven't watched the collective reading, you can go onto my page and that's up there. But for those that were drawn to 4 of Earth for the pick a card, I guess the message here for y'all is to really like hone in on your boundaries as well, your routine, your structure, your physical structure. Capricorn is a lot about, the physical realm, community, your habits, very earthy vibes. So some of you will need to focus on like saving, and not even just money, like your time, your energy, just being mindful. I'm seeing you all being mindful about where you spend your time and your energy, how you spend your time and your energy, your resources as well is what I'm hearing. And I'm hearing the word effective. So what's going to be the most effective for you in terms of your plans and your goals? It looks like things right now are quite stable for you, and if they aren't, they will be. The one thing about this card is the Capricorn, the goat on top of the hill. It's climbed up. You know how goats climb up? Are they called mountain goats? Like climb up those like really steep hills. Like, for example, if we were going to do that, it would be like so intense. But I'm seeing that yeah, so it's a steep climb, or it has been a steep climb, and it is easy to fall off. So make sure that you are like continuing to go into your structure, and that's why you have your routine. So I just heard 4 pillars, but it could just be like emotional, spiritual, mental, physical. Making sure those parts of your life, like you have a routine to check in with all of those parts of yourself. So if it's your mental health, you have a practice for that. If it's your emotional health, your emotional body, you have a practice for that. Your spiritual health, you have a practice for that. And your physical, you have a practice for that. I also heard budgeting, so some of you might need to budget moving forward. So yeah, really about, I just said execution as well. So it's really about like just making sure you're on top of things. And yeah, staying on top of things. I'm seeing your ancestors giving you like a new outlook on the world, on life, on your position, even maybe like your privilege, or I don't even know if I call it privilege, but you know, like what would be viewed as a privilege by others or to other people sometimes, you know. I also just heard how you got here. So your ancestors and the divine want for you to spend some time in reflection, looking at how you got to where you're at. I heard take notes. So there's something that you need to take note of, or like, I also heard recommend. So I don't know if it's something that you'll be recommending to someone else, or if, yeah, recommendations, or that someone's going to be recommending to you, or something that you'll see that will be beneficial for you and your structure. So take it how it resonates. I guess just keep your eye out, because with the goat, I'm seeing them like, they look like real meditative, right? Yeah, I feel like you're going to have like a serious time of reflection where you're going to be like just really honing in on your structure, your stability, your routine, and all the different aspects of your life. So yeah, let's pull some cards from here for you all. Sorry if there's noises in the background, if you can hear them. Guidance and affirmation. Micromanaging hyper group number 3. What is your favorite thing about yourself? So maybe your ancestors want you to reflect on, yeah, what your favorite things about yourself are. I'm also hearing what your favorite things about your life, like what are your favorite things about your life in general, and then like what do you want to amplify a little bit more. What sacrifices do you need to make to progress forward? What are you sacrificing that is unnecessary? What deeper commitments do you need to make to self, loved ones, community, work? Yeah, again, this is looking at your structure. So maybe there are things that you need to like tighten. Like I was saying, like a budget, or like looking at how you're investing into things, what's working, what's not, what you need to cut out, what you need to bring in, etc. We also have rosemary, the herb. which can activate loyalty, protection, ancestral communication, resilience, growth, sharpness, and cleansing. So this might be a herb for you all at this time to activate those things. And seeing loyalty to yourself and your commitments. Rosemary can be used as for loyalty and like connections as well, and contracts. Or that might be a thing as well. I wasn't even thinking of connections, I was thinking more contracts. Just hearing the word boundaries as well. So some of you might need to put some boundaries in place with others. We have take a break. Yeah, so I feel like some of you might need to take a break, or factor in rest into your structure. You could have strong Capricorn energy. Capricorns are known to be quite like, I just heard addictive tendencies, but also like hardworking. Like Capricorns go hard at what they do. So if it is to do with like your work or something like that, it's also saying take a break from, or make sure you're taking like a regular break from certain things. 222, prioritize peace. Yeah, so I guess I'm seeing you needing to have a little bit more compassion for yourself and others, and to make sure like in your scope of planning, in your scope of like stabilizing your structure in your life, making sure that you're looking at like, okay, how can I bring more peace to all the areas in my life? So that might be also why you're being called to look at like what your favorite things about yourself and your life are, because yeah, your ancestors and source want you to amplify those things, including rest. Yeah, that might be, you might be giving out too much or like giving too much as well. So that might be where you need to have more boundaries. And that doesn't need to be, it could be money actually. You might be too generous with your coin, but it could just be your energy and your time and like conversation and stuff. We have Oshumari. Oshumari is the Yoruba Orisha of wealth, fortune, transformation, communication with source. So I'm seeing that there's actually like a new opportunity or window being opened for you as you're going through any like transformation, especially in regards to like your heart space, as well as you're healing. I think as you're healing, noting the sacrifices that you need to make, trusting in divine timing a little bit more, and taking those breaks as well. Some of you, yeah, need to stop overworking. Keep your boundaries in thought and conversation. Use your discernment, wisdom, and logic. Communicate clearly. Save your money at this time. Be open to receiving stability and wealth from source. Clarity is coming. Yeah, so that's a bit of a confirmation with the original card that you pulled. Just keeping that structure, discernment, wisdom, logic. Like, it's quite practical energies. Four of Pentacles. I would say it's quite slow moving, not the slowest moving, but it is quite slow. Yeah, and then the other thing that's highlighted to me here is being open to receiving. So there is more wealth and stability coming towards you. So keep your eyes and your heart open for it.